the Tulane Green Wave, Ullman Stadium in New Orleans, Louisiana, as we'll see the national champions from last year, the LSU Tigers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. The returner will field it and bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So LSU's offense will have the football first. Blowouts in rivalry games can be the result of a number of factors. Sometimes teams start pressing, sometimes it just gets away, sometimes they didn't have the right mindset. The last time they got together, lopsided. What happens this time, David?
But either way, last time affects this time, because all you've heard about is we weren't even competitive. This is a rivalry game, a big-time game. We didn't show up. We dishonored our previous teams and squads, and we've got to do better. That's all they've heard coming into this game, Palmer.
Yeah, David, I think that was the story the last time these teams played. One team handled the emotion of the game better than the other team. You have got to be able to play within yourselves and play one snap at a time. That last game got away from the losing team. I don't expect that to happen today.
Finds some fresh air. Makes it past the marker. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Manning. That's caught, it's Hill. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. LSU quick to the line. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there. So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs. And so the quarterback takes one for the team on the roughing the passer penalty, and it'll be first down. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend.
Fires toward the end zone. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He makes the catch. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Makes the grab. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. Trying to slam in. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Tigers! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before, and there was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Tulane Green Wave offense will have its first chance to go on the attack. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did, and he was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Right, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup. And you know, you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
The Green Wave lining up, facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! Got room on the return. They'll chase him out of bounds after that play, mark it at the 16-yard line.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You know, you play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. LSU right back to the line. Now the play fake. Gets it out fast. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. He breaks a tackle. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
PAT unit on the field. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Fires to the middle. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Tulane comes to the line. Lots of work to do on 3rd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And how about that play by this defense? Reading the running back, coming out of the backfield, breaking on the football, making the pick, and then walking himself into the end zone for a touchdown.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're fine.
And it's picked off for the third time today. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Great place to start for this offense. To the air, it's Manning. Looking down the middle. Got him downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Tigers want to pick up the tempo. He'll set up to throw. Looking for the goal line. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. This quarterback part of their running game. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. How about this defense digging in its heels after the big play? It's now 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown LSU! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Dan, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do.
And that ball is live in the backfield. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on 2nd down. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
That guy might not be the tallest wide receiver in the world, but he sure is quick coming out of his break, and he shows you on that slant throw.
The Green Wave trying to move the chains on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Manning. Caught, close to the marker, it's Green. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
LSU quick to the line. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. They'll have to generate power and some accuracy, a 50-yarder from the left hash. No good. Because the game is perfect. Something has. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
They'll leave it with him. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Off play action on first down. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. LSU with the 1st and 10 here.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Snagged in the middle. It's Hill. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to throw, it's Manning. Looking to get it in. Touchdown LSU! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Get set, get set.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. LSU right back to the line. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Got it in the middle. It's Green. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on 1st down. Got a man. It's Parker. At the 35, he's open. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. If these guys wanted to make a statement, statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. No, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. He put some heat on that one down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. On the run, it's Berry. He has the first and still on his feet. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Got it in stride inside the 20. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. From the gun, the ground game. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back.
Okay, ready? Come on, set.
Looking to throw, it's Manning. Catch in the middle, it's Hill. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. LSU quick to the line.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up.
Oh, he's got some space. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage. Anticipate.
Touchdown, Tigers! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Another nice drive put together.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do, build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Gain of
They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the fourth quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want from it, but this offense definitely not injured.
Racing down the left side. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical.
Ready up.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense.
Pound 55.
Looking to pass. It's Manning. Grabbed over the middle. It's Green. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. He is having a day, and there's still a ways to go, but pretty soon, turning it on. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. LSU right back to the line. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21. Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Quick pass on the jet motion. Headed to the end zone, and he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? And that is a punch right in the gut to make a play like that and have a penalty wipe it out. Now this defense could really use a stop on 3rd down as the offense has had its way. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. It's good.
Ready?
The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The play action fake. Quickly out to the tight end.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Caught over the middle. It's Hill. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
That's a 1st down for the offense.
On the ground, it's Berry. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Fires to the right. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
4-2 Spider.
He's got it on the right. Oh, what a cut! They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Good enough for a first down.
Use the play fake, now to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Touch pass on the jet sweep. There he goes. Headed to the end zone. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Yeah, and with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game. Possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.